I'll do this with a mod that I use to help me practice. It's called Mbot Advanced. It's a really good practice tool. You can restart the game without having to exit the game, have all your timings and stuff. You can practice on different sides of the map. You don't have to gamble which side you're going to spawn on. I'll just start my worker here and I'll put my command center on a hotkey. And then I want to rally my first worker over here. I'm going to right click my command center. I'm going to rally my first worker over there. And then I'm going to hotkey it. And this guy is going to arrive just on time at 100 minerals to build my first depot. And that part is pretty sick. And then now I'm just building more workers over here. And I go back to this hotkey, right? I supply block for a little bit, but that's okay. I'm going to look at this guy and I'm going to build my barracks. And then immediately I'm just going to pull a worker from here and now I can build my gas. So after you build the barracks, immediately build this gas here. And just keep building some workers. I like to rally my workers over here. Small micro trick for you. But I like to rally my workers over here so that way there's less travel distance. I hopefully have them all go into the same place over here like this. And then I'm just going to build the last worker over here. So this barracks is almost done around here. I can fit in one more worker. I'm going to rally this last guy here. And now this is the guy that scouts. You should not scout sooner than this. This is a good timing for all of your stuff to come out. So I'll select the barracks. I'll make my first unit. You made a marine, so we'll do that. And then I got the command center. And then I'll send my next worker down to the low ground to expand. Just like this. Let's do this part again here. I'll do reset map as race and then we'll do it as Terran on the same side. And I'm going to do that again here. So timer starts right at 0, again. I'm just going to rally my first worker there again. And I'm going to chill over there with it. So I'll put this guy in the hotkey, put this back on minerals. I'll select them, and then I'll build a depot. Just like that. And then I like to do some mineral micro just because it helps with the money situation just a little bit. There's like less travel time for the SCVs. 1, 2, 3, 4 should have 2 workers on them. You can just keep right clicking them back on the patch if they like bounce or something like that. But this depot is now finishing. Having the SCV on a hotkey is nice, so I can build my thing immediately, and then I'm immediately going to build my gas there. So once again, I'm just going to put this guy in here, a little bit of mineral micro, and then I'm going to start putting my workers towards this left side over here. So I have a bunch here. I would like to have 1 worker on this patch as well, but that was just not possible for me. So we're just going to pull this guy and we're going to pull this guy here. They bounce to sort of fix themselves, so that's kind of nice for me. Another thing that I didn't show you is you can also rally this last worker that is building to the low ground and you're just going to leave it there. So once again, this guy's going to go out to scout. And when this finishes, we build our first unit and then we build the orbital on our main command center here. And then this one will arrive enough on time for this here, and we're going to continue with the rest of this here. So now I've built my natural base here. I'm going to pull a worker immediately to here because I want to build a supply depot as soon as I can. I do not know what you wanted to go for, but I'm going to go 2 marine here. And yeah, my orbital finishes at exactly this time. It's like I make this and now I'm going to stare at this thing for a little bit. Now my SCV's arrived on the other side of the map. I can send it home. And we're gonna do just that. So I'm a little bit late with this as well, but usually you want to get this as soon as you can afford it. And then we can progress into the 1-1-1 as normal. Okay, now I'm gonna try hard it. So worker, and I split my workers. I set up my camera locations like that, 1 through 5, and then I just start stacking workers where I see that they really should go. Make sure nobody's bouncing over this way while my worker goes over. Now he's on the hotkey once again. I'm just doing this camera location spam so it's easier for me to build my bases later. That way I can just look at it with the press of a button, pressing my camera location hotkey instead of like struggling on the mini-map, like scrolling and stuff and like missing, having to worry about my accuracy and whatnot. So I get supply blocked and I'm going to build this one here, pull this worker, and I'm just going to immediately build this gas. And now I'm going to start moving this stuff over into the left side. This next worker goes onto this gas here. And now I'm going to pull these 2 pretty much, or whichever one of these is closest to my command center or like is returning minerals ASAP. So I'm gonna go over here actually with this guy. Can pull these ones now into the gas, and there we go. We have a couple more workers to build here. Is worth 2 more workers worth of time. You can mouse over this thing over here to see how much time is left building. And I right-click this guy already to the other side of the map. But what you can do as well is you can right-click this guy here, look back home, and then just shift-Q him back into minerals. This next worker needs to go to the low ground, and then my depot and my orbital at the same time. This needs to be. Now I'll re-hotkey my thing. I usually put my building worker on 2, because I like to have an army unit on 1. But I re-hotkey this guy here. And now at 400 minerals, I start this command center. I hotkey it. And now this guy goes here, and then I pull a worker to build my depot. It's a little bit late even here. Now I look back here because the orbital should be finishing. I drop that mule immediately. And now we're going to wait for a little bit. So now I start my thing. So now my worker's coming back because I shift-Q'd it. I hotkeyed my Reaper here, and I have enough money now. I'm a bit late with this again, but we should be putting down our factory as soon as we can. This guy goes down here, and now we can start just the blind barracks. You can do that to be safe or whatever. And now the Reaper's gonna arrive across on the other side of the map here, and then I can start this as we're doing the thing there.